So you want to make sure you get into this nice L drop position. We want to land on the side of the knees, not the top of the knees. Just like when we train ourselves to fall, we don't put our hand out first. You could roll back, stop the ground, come back up. You're training this. So right now, check yourself. Do I have the side of my foot and the side of my knee down in each position? Yeah? Good. So then what we're going to do is you're going to glue your feet to the ground and you're going to come to shift them. This is also a really good hip opener we're getting into.
Yeah.
Okay, so check. Do I have my L position again? Good. Glue your feet to the ground and shift. Good. Let's try that 5 times. Good. And you make it fluid.
One side's different than the other.
One side looser than another. Good. So you're noticing this. Let's use our breath now to help this. Remember, when we hold our breath, it's difficult to move. When we move, if you use anatomical breathing and push through the range of motion, it'll be easier. So,
Slowly walking my butt.
just slowly getting closer to Christy. This is going to be some weird kind of battle. How does it feel, guys?
Great hip opener.
Oh, it gets better. So from this position, what we're going to do is we're going to start to elevate ourselves off the ground. Our goal is to get off the ground once we fall. We know the safe pathway to come down to the ground, but we need to be able to get off. So from this position, you're going to tuck your shoelaces under on one foot and then pop up and come back down. Then rotate. Tuck a shoelace under, pop up, and then rotate. Power is coming from your butt. Squeeze your butt, open your hips. You're pressing into the top of your foot, into your shin in the ground.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, up over here. So while I'm here, I come into my shin box. I want you to press up. Remember, the build into the hips and the glutes, so you have to use your glutes. Press up, come down, rotate, press up. Good. Opening those hips. How are we doing over there, guys?
It's not my strong point.
It's okay. You will be.
Well, maybe when I get my operation.
Operation? No. Do this first. Okay, so for example, if this closed position is really difficult for people, you can take an open position. So instead of my feet being glued to the ground, I'm going to swing my legs over to the other side. So work it both ways. This is open kinetic chain, we did closed kinetic chain. So try it open. Swing them around, pop up. Swing them around, pop up. Always making sure you're tucking your shoelaces.
So this open kinetic is not as refined as closed kinetic?
It's not as refined. I showed you the hard one first, but you all did it nicely. Good, use anatomical breathing. Further that range of motion, good. Squeeze those glutes. Yep. And then sit back. And then shift the legs around. And go slow, right? There's no rush in this. You're creating a new movement pattern. That's good. Okay, so do we understand the closed kinetic chain one and the open kinetic chain one? You have to train both of them because you need a variety to get out of situations. Okay, so maybe you can't swing your legs around because there's an obstacle in front of you, but if you can just move from your feet being stuck to the ground, you have more options. So the next thing we're going to learn is to, from this position, drop safely down to the ground. So everybody's capable of doing a squat. We already saw that. So everybody come to this position. Now we've already talked about that L shape. So all we're going to do is drop one leg into the L shape. So you're going to drop one knee down, make sure you're on the side, you're checking, and here you're using your glutes like we just did to push those hips forward. And on this foot, I'm balanced from the ball of my foot to the crown of my head. Then I come back, then I shift. And I'm checking if I am in that L shape again. Don't let the glutes be lazy, don't sit low. Good. And then drop and shift. Good. Try this 5 times on each leg. And go slow and make sure you're not dropping to the top of the knee. And really push your glutes. Open those hips. Good. Although you're doing ankle and knee prep, you're doing hip openers.
Doing what?
Hip openers. How's it feeling?
Good.
Feels pretty good, eh? Okay, if your knees are getting sore, grab a mat, right? You don't want to aggravate things. I know this ground is hard. So we're going slow, but we're going to keep adding on to this. Does anyone have any questions so far about what we covered? So it looks harder than it actually is. It's actually pretty simple. Okay, so now what we're going to do is from this position, we've already talked about tucking the shoelaces under. So I'm going to come here, this is my start position, I drop, then I'm going to tuck my shoelaces under and roll my weight onto the top of my foot. So I'm slowly bringing more load to the top of my foot, then I'm going to come back up. L drop, tuck the shoelaces, I roll to the top of my foot, and then I come back up. This is why we prepped all those positions for the ankle before. Tuck your shoelaces, then roll your bum to the top of your foot. If you have really thick shoes on, you might want to take them off in the beginning for this because it could be too much load on your ankle. Almost feels like a massage for your calves and your shins, right? Scott?
You can call it that. I don't know if I would.